Check 1, 2. Hello, hello. Happy Friday. TGIF. And happy Veterans Day. And we'll get things started here in a moment. The actual gameplay stream starts at 1 p.m. for any of you guys that are wondering. So if you don't want to hang out for the pre-show, you got about 26, 27 minutes until the actual gameplay starts. Pretty excited. Did not expect to get another gameplay demo this early. I'm going to set up the wizardingworld.com account, a fresh account, and I'm going to choose my house in front of you guys. We'll oh, God. Happy former Starfield release day. Oh, was it on the... Oh, yeah, you're right. Today was supposed to be the release of Starfield. Forgot about that. Holy crap. Would have been nice, but the game's obviously not ready, so. Okay. Pre-show, best show? I don't know about that, but I didn't really plan anything out for the pre-show. Maybe we'll just sit on this screen until 1 o'clock. Hello, hello, and happy Friday. My wizarding friends, my fellow witches, wizards, and muggles. We don't discriminate around here. I'm gonna say about 70% of you guys in this chat are muggles. You know that? Only 30% of us actually have the magical power. Well, happy Friday. Hopefully you guys are having a beautiful afternoon. I'm excited for all of you guys that work Monday through Friday. Those of you, excuse me, those of you that got the weekend off. What do we got in the chat? Who was the first person in the chat today? Oh, it doesn't let me scroll all the way back, unfortunately. I see Angie in here, Amber, James, Dragon Pink, Heart of Fire, John, Kit Odessa, Tate, Shadow Dragon. Happy Veterans Day, Shadow Dragon. Thank you for your service. Woot woot. Thanks for noting the starting time of the actual gameplay at 1 p.m. I'm lunch at the moment, so I'll see you after. Be well, everyone. Alright. We'll see you soon. Playing Starcom Nexus, but listening to this in the background. Hello, Keith. Sergeant Schultz. Alright, let's stop by the tavern and share a quick butterbeer. And then we'll hop into the Wizarding World house choice. Or we could watch some Hogwarts Legacy YouTube videos. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to watch me choose my house right now? Or go through the quiz? Or do you want to watch Hogwarts Legacy YouTube videos until it actually starts? Thank you, Shadow. Watching this during work. Pretty chill day. What's up, Sigsmar? How are you? Guys, make sure to note that I have never even once yet put my chat into members only mode. But I do oftentimes put it in subscribers only mode because there's a lot of bots out there and it becomes really hard to moderate that. And if you enable subscriber only mode, it takes away like 80% of the bots. Just make sure you guys take note of that. It's not members only mode. I've never done that, and I probably never will. I mean, I don't want to say probably never, because maybe I'll do like some members-only streams in the future at some point, like a little bit here and there. But for the most part, 99.9% of all my streams, anybody who's here is welcome to participate. I appreciate everyone's support. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Mitch dropping a $20 donation at 12:37 p.m. Eastern, Friday afternoon. Thanks a lot, Mitch. I'd love to see you choose a house. House. YouTube? No YouTube? Oh my god. You guys are crazy. Skull. Okay. Let's get right into it. Let me get us some Wizarding World music real fast, if you guys don't mind. Hold on one second. We'll go to Epidemic Sound. I'm going to get you guys some light music in the background. Let's search magical. Yeah. Dreamy fairy tales? That's not very Harry Potter-like, is it? What the hell's up with my webcam? I'm too high up. There we go. In the meantime, here's my library music for the Baldur's Gate 3 lore streams. Alright, magical themes. 14 tracks. Okay, let's give this a try. While we wait here. Oh shit, this is getting me pumped up, baby. I don't think you guys realize how excited I am for this game. Like, you guys just don't understand. Actually, you know what? Most of you guys do understand. That's why I love you. Most of you guys do understand my excitement for this game. My mother read me the first 3 Harry Potter books, me and my sister and my pet rat, when I was just a child. And then the 4th Harry Potter book was one of the first books that I believe that I read on my own, maybe? Something like that. Okay, hold on one second. What's up, Ben? How are you? Okay, let's take this quiz. We got about 21 minutes until the official gameplay stream. I don't think there's anything going on over there. Maybe I should check it real fast. Let's go to Twitch. I think they're streaming on YouTube too, but they might have started this. They might have a pre-show going on over there. Avalanche Software. I think they're streaming on this channel. Let me go to Twitter. Well, let me use Twitter offline though is the question. Sometimes it forces you to sign in. Next adventure during a gameplay hosted by... Okay, so it is on the Avalanche Software page, and it looks like they are not live right now. Oh, I want to go back because I would like to bring up the YouTube page. I prefer YouTube over Twitch. Generally speaking, I think Twitch is going to die one day, but it's probably going to be like 5-10 years from now. Hogwarts Legacy. And let me bring up the YouTube page. We'll see which one has better quality. There we go. All right, got the YouTube channel up now, and they are not live either. Let's go back to the Wizarding World quiz. You want me to see where they're streaming on? I got it under control. Gold, thanks. Hello, Elizabeth. What gameplay demo? They're doing more gameplay today at 1 p.m. We're going to explore the castle, get character creation details, and also combat details. I think the cool thing about this one is that they have a content creator named Expecto Go, who's been doing Hogwarts Legacy videos for a while. They have him at their studio, and I think they're going to let him play the game. So we're going to actually see like pure gameplay, as opposed to a bunch of snippets of different cuts and cinematics, which is a pretty big deal. All right, here we go. Dawn or dusk? Oh, shit, man. You know... Oh, damn. I think I prefer dawn, even though I'm never up for dawn. I think generally speaking, morning is an absolutely beautiful time of the day, very peaceful. I feel like in the morning time, my mind is focused and I'm ready for the day, and I'm excited to be alive. By the time you get to dusk, you feel weighed down by the day, you know what I mean? So let's go dawn. After you have died, what would you most like people to do when they hear your name? Am I RPing this in a real way, or am I making shit up? Howling at the moon? Dusk all the way? Man, I don't know. I guess naturally I wanted to go with dawn, so I have to stick with that decision. Alright, ask for more stories about your adventures. After you have died, what would you most like people to do when they hear your name? More stories about your adventures. Miss you, but smile. Think with admiration of your achievements. I don't care what people think of me after I'm dead. It's what they think of me while I'm alive. You know what? I really like that response, but I just don't think that a lot of people actually feel that way. It's easy to say that, But at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't mind people talking about, you know, some adventures that I had in my life. If I was up in heaven looking down, seeing my family talk about, you know, things that I did in life, talking about YouTube, talking about the wolf pack, talking about my music days, I think that would be pretty nice. So I'm going to go with that one. You and two friends need to cross a bridge guarded by a river troll who insists on fighting one of you before he will let all of you pass. Do you? Volunteer to fight. Attempt to confuse the troll into letting all three of you pass without fighting. Suggest that all three of you should fight without telling the troll. Suggest drawing lots to decide of which of you will fight. So you gotta RP a little bit. You gotta put yourself in the shoes of a wizard, a powerful wizard. Otherwise, I'm not fighting a troll. It's gonna kick my ass. Third one sounds like you, Gold. Be you, Wolf. All right, kid. I got you, man. What's up, PK? Thanks for stopping in, guys. I appreciate all the thumbs up on the stream. Definitely helps out on days like today where there's hype things going on in the industry, and it helps my stream get pushed out to more people so we can bring more beautiful people into the wolf pack. So thank you guys very much for hitting that thumbs up button or thumbs down button. It's still interaction. I can't tell you guys the amount of comments that I get where somebody tells me that they thumbs down the video for whatever reason. And I look at the comment, I'm like, well, thanks, man. You're actually helping me out, so I appreciate the engagement. All right, so what am I actually going to do? I think I'm going to attempt to confuse the troll into letting all three of you pass without fighting. I think that's the first thing I'm going to try. And then after that, I'm going to volunteer myself to fight over my friends. So let's go select. All right. What kind of instrument most pleases your ear? The piano, the drum, the violin, or the trumpet? Would anybody ever choose the trumpet? I mean, the trumpet's a beautiful instrument, but you're not going to sit there and just listen to trumpet. You're daggone crazy if you do that. Hello, Fate OHB, what's up? Will Wolf become an evil wizard or a good wizard? Now, what I do in Hogwarts Legacy on my playthroughs is going to be different from what I do in the quiz here. Because right now, I'm actually RPing myself. When I play Hogwarts Legacy, I'm probably going to murder hobo the entire castle, all right? The trumpet on its own just not going to cut it. And this is coming from a former trumpet player. Played trumpet for about 8 years of my life. Pretty good, too. I miss that instrument. But I don't miss it because it was annoying. So what I'm going to go with, if there was cello, I would absolutely choose cello. Violin, too high and screechy. Once again, just don't want to hear it on its own. It's too high pitch. Drum doesn't do shit. Nobody listens to drums. Nobody listens to drums. I'm going with the piano. Game comes out on February 10th, Alpha. You ever heard Flea play trumpet? No, I haven't. Don't knock the brass. Hey, I love brass. I'm just saying. On its own, each individual brass instrument, there's nothing really to listen to. A piano on its own can be beautiful, soothing, relaxing. You can hear a beautiful piano song. You're not going to listen to a trumpet album, all right? Maybe 0.01% of the population is going to listen to a trumpet album. You guys are starting to piss me off, all right? What violin have you been listening to? So yeah, I prefer cello over violin. Violin's too high pitch, you know what I'm saying? So once again, I like a violin in a song, but not on its own. All right, we're moving on. I'm right, you guys are wrong, just accept it. All right, which of the following would you most like to study? Merpeople, centaurs, werewolves, vampires, goblins, trolls, or ghosts? What do you guys think I'm going to answer for this one? Alright, I think it's pretty obvious. We're going to go with werewolves. Which would you rather be? Liked, trusted, feared, envied, imitated, praised? This is a tough question. You know what I mean? This is actually really... You have to choose one, though. That's what makes it difficult. I mean, everybody likes to be liked. I think I'm going to go with... trusted here. I feel like that's the most important trait out of all these here. Get the most benefit out of that. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? Oh, they're not giving us any more choices? Come on. Out of cats, toads, and owls. You know, honestly, I think I'm gonna go with a cat. Because a pet owl... Well, what the fuck's a toad? Oh, excuse... I shouldn't be swearing. I'm sorry about that, guys. This is a Hogwarts Legacy stream. I gotta tone it down a little bit. Imitated. How can a dog not be a choice? Because they don't allow dogs at Hogwarts Castle. I'm assuming that's the reason why. Alright, so... You know, naturally, I feel like I want to choose the owl because I think the owl might be the coolest animal here, but you're not going to do anything with an owl. It's just going to sit in the cage. You're not going to be able to pet it. You're not going to be able to hang out with it. Toads are just stupid, so I'm going with cats. Even though I'm not really a cat guy. If you're attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with... Oh, wait. What was the last question? What was the last question? Baby Griffin? That would be awesome. I feel like I want to choose owls now. Alright, we got white cat. Oh, we're getting, I'm getting the choice of cats here. Okay, I see what's up. Alright. Alright, I see what's up. This question is expanding on the previous question. It confused me a little bit because I thought I was going to get choices of animals again. So we got ginger cat, white cat, Siamese cat, tabby cat, or black cat. I think I'm going to go with the tabby cat. White or black? Choose one to continue. 100% black. Black's one of my favorite colors. Alright, the sorting hat is ready to make its decision. I didn't remember... This quiz is that short? This quiz sucks. Always get Gryffindor. Oh my god, I'm such a Harry Potter poser. It's unbelievable. I am such a Harry Potter poser. It's unbelievable. The amount of posing that I do on my channel. I always get Gryffindor. So I took a few other quizzes, ones that give you a percentage of the house that you are, and I think in one of the quizzes I was like 34% Gryffindor and like 33% Slytherin, and then like 20 something, wait, am I already over 100? 20 something Ravenclaw, and then only a couple points into Hufflepuff. Do I have to choose Gryffindor? God. You probably know that some of Gryffindor's most renowned members include Albus Dumbledore, my boy, and Harry Potter. But did you know the sword of Gryffindor was made 1,000 years ago by goblins? Or that the head of the house, Minerva McGonagall, hobbies include correcting articles in Transfiguration today and supporting the Montrose Magpies. The Sorting Hat has spoken, and you're not alone. 8,608 of you, our fellow Gryffindors, have been sorted into this brave Hogwarts house. Alright, I'm dropping a poll in the chat right now. Odessa, you're this close to getting permabanned off my channel, okay? I'm dropping a poll in the chat here. Let's see what house you guys are going to go with, alright? Start a poll. Here we go. What house are you? So the funny thing is, after looking at comments on all my videos, I think Hufflepuff is actually the mainstream house now, and Gryffindor is one of the least popular, which makes me like Gryffindor a little bit more. Pufflehuff and Ravenclaw. We got 9 minutes until the official stream starts, for any of you guys that are wondering. Alright, let the voting begin. Thanks for stopping in, guys. I appreciate all of you guys that hit that thumbs up button. Thank you very much. What's up, Thanas, Riozan, Gabriel? Thanks for stopping in, guys. I appreciate it. Say it's highly rigged that you get Gryffindor because it's what most people want to be. You know, Angie, that's what I thought too, but I don't think that's true. Judging by looking at comments on my Hogwarts Legacy videos and looking at other creators' comments and looking at polls that are floating around, Gryffindor doesn't seem to be the most popular house. You're a Ravenclaw, John? I can see that. Owl is an easy pet. You just let it do its thing. You know what? I didn't think about that. That's a great point that you bring up right there, because I'm not trying to buy cat food and all that stuff. Like maybe I should have went with the owl. I wonder if that would have put me in Slytherin or something like that. What's up, Michael? Hufflepuffs hold their wands with 2 hands. I know, it's pretty pathetic, isn't it? Okay, I told you guys, Gryffindor currently has 16%, Slytherin at 27%, Hufflepuff at 26%, and Ravenclaw at 31%, with 166 votes in the poll right now. We are currently 7 minutes out from the start of the gameplay reveal. Well, it's not the gameplay reveal. Cheers. Skull. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm a little amped up today. I was doing a lot this morning, just like yesterday. I gotta take a day and just sit in silence, meditate, and not do anything so I can reset myself. But I am just all over the place these past couple days. Unbelievable. Alright, let me check out the YouTube page. They're not live yet. Wait, is it really? Did I get the time right?
The more we know about Salazar Slytherin.
Avalanche software is not currently live yet. Out of 203 votes, 16% Gryffindor, 30% Slytherin, 22% Hufflepuff. Wow, Ravenclaw and Slytherin. I was actually thinking it was Hufflepuff according to comments that I see. Trying to find the quiz. The quiz is on thewizardingworld.com, and the cool thing about this website is you can connect it to your actual game account when you play Hogwarts Legacy, and you can have you can basically import all of your stats from this website into your character. You don't have to, but you can. And there's also a couple other quizzes that you can take on this site. You can take your Patronus and also the Wand quiz. And like I said, all of that data can be imported into your actual game if you want it to be. You're not stuck with the house that you get stuck in here. Actually, we've been told that we'll be able to choose our own house when the game comes out. So if you don't like the house that the Sorting Hat puts you in, or whatever house the quiz puts you in, it's no big deal. I think ultimately we're going to get a final decision that says, do you want this house? And you can say yes or no. Alright, the poll is complete. Ravenclaw is now the not cool mainstream house, and I hate to tell you guys, Gryffindor is the coolest house out there for people that don't want to follow the herd, for true leaders, for unique individuals, for highly intelligent, courageous, beautiful looking people. Gryffindor is the house to be in, and Ravenclaw is all the mainstream folks that just follow the beaten path. You know what I'm saying? Hate to tell you guys the truth. I hate to speak the truth, but as a Gryffindor, you guys should trust my opinion. I know, 5 minutes, right? That's exciting. I wish we could get like a... Oh shit, here we go. Oh my god. Here we go, hold on. I'm like a little kid on Christmas. A little freaking kid on Christmas, baby. I am going to make my portrait much smaller for this, and I'm not going to talk that much either. Let's get rid of a couple things here. I'm going to get rid of the banner. The soundtrack for this game is going to be epic. Caw. No shame. I'm just kidding. Ravenclaw is awesome. I like to give you guys shit. I like all four of the houses. I think they're all cool. Now, I will say, as someone who was a hater of Hufflepuff, Hufflepuff definitely has the coolest common room out of all of them. And that alone might end up making me become part of the Badger Pack. Okay, let's check this on YouTube. Hey, there's the wolf pack right there. Still haven't gone live on YouTube. Maybe we'll just watch it on Twitch. It's probably going to be a little blurry, but I'll check YouTube when it actually starts. Okay, there we go. Happy Friday. Happy Veterans Day. What's up, Seljuk? How are you? Twitch has low latency? What do you mean? YouTube has a better, much better video player than Twitch does. You can stream at a much higher quality and a higher bitrate. Nope, they're still not live over on, Oh, here we go. Gameplay Showcase Premiere. Oh, they are live. Alright, so screw Twitch. YouTube all the way, baby. There we go. 1 minute. How exciting. Soundtrack is lit. I agree. Aren't you guys excited to just finally be roaming the passageways of the castle with a nice soundtrack in the back? Navigating the grand staircase, speaking the password to the fat lady. All you Ravenclaws will be hanging out in the prefect's bathroom. Take a little walk out to the Quidditch field. Maybe go out the front gates of the Hogwarts grounds and walk up the steep path to the village of Hogsmeade. Some of you guys will probably go check out the Whomping Willow. Try to get to Hogsmeade through the secret passage beneath the tree. If you guys want to see how serious I'm taking Hogwarts Legacy, I bought Trivial Pursuit right here to play by myself. I'm literally just going to study the cards. I bought the Harry Potter Hogwarts Handbook, and I'm also rereading the books. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Let the fun begin. The Graphoid. That Hufflepuff common room is just so good. The Lord of the Rings Shire feel is unbelievable. Leviosa. I'm sure they'll post a video afterwards, which will be higher quality. Streams are usually lower quality, so it might be a little bit blurry.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first Hogwarts Legacy gameplay stream. I'm Chandler Wood, Community Manager here at Avalanche Software, and we've got a lot of really exciting stuff to show you today. But before we get into showing you the game and gameplay, I have a few wonderful guests that I need to introduce you to. First up, we have our community guest host. He brings you the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. He's the local Merlin conspiracy theorist.
Guilty as charged, yes.
One half of Expecto Go,
Yeah.
James Whitehead.
Thanks, Chandler. Yes, I'm James Whitehead of Expecto Go, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. And I am one half of Expecto Go, the other half, my wife Sue, represents that other half. So I'm excited to be here, and thank you, Avalanche Software, for inviting me.
Gotta be so
I cannot
excited
wait to go over this gameplay. I just gotta say that.
Welcome, thank you for being here. And we've got two people from the studio, just two of the many people bringing this thing together, the magic of Hogwarts Legacy. Game director, Alan Tu.
Hello, everyone.
And senior environment artist and Hogwarts expert, Boston Madsen. So
That's a cool
thank
job.
you for taking time out of your very busy schedules right now to sit down with us to help us show everybody gameplay. So what we're going to be showing you today, first, the character creator, because it's your legacy, and you have to create yourself when you get into to get into Hogwarts and bring your whole authentic self to Hogwarts. So we're going to show you that character creator. Then we're going to dive into a tour of Hogwarts, and it's just a small tour of Hogwarts, right? Because Hogwarts is huge. Hogwarts is really big. So we're going to be showing you a little bit, but it's still a lot. So, and finally, ending up with combat. A little taste of combat, a little taste of how all that works.
Let's go. Let's
just
go.
a little taste, yeah. So we're excited to get there. But again, first and foremost, we need to get into this character creator. And James, with you here, we wanted to let you create this character. So Andrew, who is going to be doing all of our gameplay capture today, is going to be handing you the controller.
Oh my gosh. All right, I won't break anything. All right,
PlayStation 5 controller.
What are we looking at right here on this screen?
These are your presets. So a lot like other games, there's some initial settings that you can choose for your character that just kind of get them into like the ballpark of what you want to be, who you want to be, and what you want to change.
Oh man.
And then once you're in that ballpark, all of the other tabs let you dial that in, be exactly who you want to be. It's our goal with this is to make sure that for anyone that fantasized about bringing themselves to the school for the very first time, that they feel like they have the options in order to represent who they are and essentially bring themselves to Hogwarts or whatever character they want to bring to Hogwarts.
Oh my God, and options galore. Do you mind if I try to put myself in here right quick?
This is all about you today.
Okay, all right. So, okay, yeah, that's me. We're here, that's me right there. All right, so that's step one.
We're pretty close, but let's look at everything
okay,
here.
Let's
Play
here.
around with some of these options, like really.
All right, so what are we looking at with this option over here with the tab? I see face stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of the different faces that you saw in the previous screen, all those faces are choices that you have here. So you can, now you're just kind of getting into the details in your face shape, in your skin color. And then because we knew a lot of people going right in are going to want it right away, even though it's an option later in the game, you can collect different types of glasses, put them on later. We give you some options right up front if you want to have glasses for your character.
Oh man, oh my gosh, look at the structure of the faces with this. Wow, you guys thought of every. I like that. I don't think my face is that skinny, but I think we'll go that. I think we'll go that route. And down here is this.
Those are your glasses there.
Oh, so we could go Harry Potter if we want. Awesome job. Oh man, and this is just some of the options, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so through the course of the game, there's a lot of different options that you'll keep unlocking.
Okay.
So as part of kind of like gear for the character, there's lots of different classes. There's even masks. There's all kinds of things over the course of the game.
I like how it's all Victorian era, though.
Yeah,
like,
right up front.
Such a good call. Such a good call. Oh my gosh. All right, so now, we can go fleek on this one with the hair.
I spend a lot of time here just like dreaming about my different characters. And what they're gonna be
gosh, the pony. The thing I'm always
Looking pretty
amazed
good.
by whenever I see any aspects of Hogwarts Legacy's character creator is just the texture. And like you even adding the bounce with the hair moving around. Yo, that kind of looks like Hermione a little bit. I'm not even gonna just I'm not Fred. And we can just go, can I go like Tonks purple or green a little bit?
Absolutely.
Oh. Yo, this is so cool. Oh, I like that. That is cute.
I wonder if he hasn't played it yet.
Okay,
This is his first
so,
time actually.
little behind the scenes. I used to have this type of hair like way back, but
was it purple?
I wanted silver tips, so that was the closest I got to any color. But oh my gosh, this is so cool. So you literally can bring yourself like
Nice hair details.
There's a myriad.
Looks pretty
of
good.
Textures and different hairstyles here. All right, so now we're getting over here to play around with some of the.
These are more subtle options. We've
Okay.
got freckles, moles, different things like when it comes to your complexion, like darker eyes, maybe like some shading on the cheeks.
Oh man,
Make a drow.
You guys literally thought of everything with this.
I do have a bit of fun with that. And then the scars are one of those options where, Harry had his own unique scar, but you can come in with different scar options.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. I didn't even see that.
Oh, those are my favorite. The eyebrow scars. Love those.
Yeah, you look kind of
It's a
like,
classic.
Yeah, you look kind of just like tough. But anyway, so now we're over here. Oh man, you guys, this is so sick.
again, getting more subtle here, you know, really like dialing in that face to really get your...
I don't know how revealing I want to be with my facial features now. Just like, yeah, I kind of have a big face. Yeah, my eyebrows kind of sit kind of low. But I mean, literally, you have so many options just starting.
No
the
body
game.
pre-builds.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
sure.
you're going to be here like forever.
You and me both.
And then this final tab here, this is where you kind of bring your whole character together. You know, this is where you finalize everything. You're not choosing your house here.
Okay.
That's not yet.
That was a theory.
There's no height slide or anything like that?
But you know, here's where you bring, you choose voice 1 or voice 2, which is more kind of a masculine or a feminine voice. And then even within that, changing your pitch,
with
the pitch slider.
It's a subtle slider, but
Yeah.
but you can hear it,
That's pretty cool.
That was quite something.
and so you can kind of make out the differences. But yeah, you choose which kind of voice that you want. You'll be selecting your difficulty here. For today, we'll just go normal because
Okay.
Andrew's going to be taking us through some of the experiences with combat later.
And we can talk a little more about difficulty, yeah, with combat and how that plays in.
That is a
But I
big
think
question.
the important thing here is like if for people who aren't gamers especially,
Right.
story mode is a way to get into this without being worried about like, oh, do I need to be good at games? Like, no, just enjoy this game. It's,
And I would put expecto and then go. We're good. We're good. Awesome.
and then whether you want to be witch or wizard.
Amazing.
What'd you think? Character creator? We're good?
I'm good. Let's explore Hogwarts and
Did I
let's
miss
get
it?
into some combat.
All right, through
Was
the
there a
magic
height
of
slider, a
using
body
a
slider?
dev kit, we're going to be loading up a save a little later in so that we can show you more about Hogwarts and give you that taste of combat. All right,
Little bit of a
Andrew's got
letdown.
some gameplay pulled up for us
Overall,
here.
looked great.
We are starting out, James. There you are. You're wearing the House Fanatic robes from the account linking.
Thank you. I do look good. And this is our first look at the Hufflepuff common room, I'm assuming. I mean, dorm room.
dorm room,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. This is awesome. But Alan, what are we seeing right here with the UI? Because this is our first look.
Yeah. So right now, we know there's been a lot of questions about the HUD because this is the first time we're showing it. So kind of going over it from right to left, on the bottom right is what we call our spell diamond.
Mm-hmm.
So those are, everything that you see in it are slottable spells. So we have over 20 slottable spells that you can earn over the course of the game.
Okay.
And that's where the player can place them and use them and access them very quickly. To the top left of that is, you'll see the D-pad, and on the left is an eyeball, and on the right is a bit of a grid. So the eyeball is an example of one of, not a slottable spell, but what we call an essential spell. There are certain spells that are used in very specific contexts, or that we just want on the controller at all times. And Ravello is one of those. That's left on the D-pad. On the right on the D-pad is that grid represents where you might slot spells. And so right now, today, we're not going to be going into the spell slotting menu because we feel like there's a lot of spoilers there. You know, like what are all the spells and what can we do?
I would like spoilers, but I understand.
But we do want to make sure there's still some goodies left to share with everyone. And then on the left side, that thing that has the L1 button next to it, that's another thing where we don't want to spoil, but basically that's where you access your tool wheel. So there's a lot of magical tools that you're going to be kind of brewing and growing over the course of the game. And so that's where you would access them rapidly, is our tool wheel.
Okay, cool.
There are a few things that I left off the table on the right. The green bar is your health, and basically there's a potion next to it. That's how you might heal. The bar above it, we're keeping a secret for now. I apologize. And
Ancient
all the
Magic
way on the
Ultimate.
left is our
100%.
mini-map with a kind of overhead view of where you are currently in your common room that updates as you travel through
Bottom
Hogwarts
left.
and beyond out into the world. And for those fans out there that aren't a huge fan of mini-maps, because we know they exist, there's also options to remove the mini-map and turn on or off different elements.
How about move it to the
Power HUD.
top?
Really immerse
the hell?
yourself.
Yeah,
And we'll go more into the spells as we get into combat, but that's kind of that's what you're seeing there. And this is
Bottom
our
left
HUD.
mini map.
Also, Andrew's giving us a good look over here. I want to call out. I'm a big fan of the bedside tables in the dormitories. Very nice bedside tables.
They are nice bedside tables.
Yeah,
The honey-colored wood was mentioned in the writing. It's part of lore.
it's part of lore. There we go. All right.
So now we're walking out into.
We really tried making these low-ceilinged dorms to give you that Badger set sort of feel.
And the first thing I know is the music. The score is amazing with this.
Gorgeous.
And I'm calling out here, this is unique music that you're hearing for the Hufflepuff Common Room. Go back to those Common Room videos we released, you'll notice the music's a little bit different, and that is entirely intentional.
That green flame is flu powder, fast
We just want to
travel.
welcome you to your common room in every single house, just a little bit differently. Begin customizing that experience right away.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Look at that.
So I mean, beautiful design. We could spend like the entire rest of the stream just in the common room here and talking about it, and I'm sure Boston and James could be like just geeking out over it.
All the details come from J.K. Rowling's writings for this common room. The round doors, the
Looks like a
hanging
hobbit
vines,
hole.
even the dancing badgers on the
It's
fireplace.
got a real earthy vibe.
Yeah.
It's very, very earthy.
Which is like elements for each of the houses,
Yep.
right? Like,
Hufflepuff is earth, Ravenclaw is air, Gryffindor is fire, and Slytherin is water. We
Wow.
really leaned into that for each common room.
Wow.
So if it feels earthy, we've got a little earthen passageway. That's what we were. Hopefully, it should feel very familiar.
Yeah, it does. It does.
but I know you don't want to leave, but we're gonna be leaving.
Thank you. I
Hufflepuff Common
understand.
Room was never featured in the
Whoa, the
films.
sound
It was
effects
the
though.
first time seeing
Like,
it in this game.
Looking back at the past trailers, it was just music, but kind of hearing how Hogwarts is now, it's so cool.
Very tactile.
Yeah.
Andrew's going to make use of one of our spells, Revelio.
Use Revelio right here, because there's a little magic going
You
on.
notice a little something there. Yeah. So these are something that we kind of interchangeably call Revelio pages or lore pages. And you'll notice a bunch of things pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
You see that we got some
XP.
XP for it.
Mhm.
And you can also see that we've advanced something called like a field guide challenge up in the corner.
Uh-huh.
So I want to talk about that a little bit. So we had to ask ourselves, what?
Continue, I'm sorry. Continue.
There may be something you may or may not be able to tickle there.
Yeah.
But in our game, we had to answer the question, you know, we're a late fifth year. What does that mean? How do we catch up to the other students?
Okay, okay.
And so we have an answer to that question, and it's given to you by the staff. So there's something that we call the Wizard's Field Guide that's granted to you early on in the game. And the Wizard's Field Guide is how you actually work on catching up with the other students. So Andrew, if you hit pause for me up here, before you push forward a little bit, you can see in our pause menu, it's got this book theme.
Wow.
That's your Wizard's Field Guide, and you can see your house kind of crest
in the middle,
overlaid
yeah.
over it.
Okay,
right? And you
okay.
can see that on your level as well. So that the Field Guide has this magical property of looking out into the world around you, and the reason why it's on loan from the Ministry of Magic and the professors
So
have
cool.
granted it to you as a late fifth year student is because they want it to help you catch up to the other kids. And its magical property is to discover different opportunities to learn and grow all around you. So the way it works is, as you discover gameplay in the game, it actually recognizes that as a challenge, which is kind of
On the bottom.
locked into there.
Okay.
And Andrew, if you go in there, you'll see different types of challenges that are combat challenges, quest
Wow.
challenges, exploration challenges. And you can see field guide pages are on there as well.
Yeah.
So
1%. We unlocked that one field guide page.
that entire category is one of the ways that the book itself kind of fills out into the school and spills out into the school and kind of hides itself with different types of challenges and different things to do around the school that you're
That is
actually going
so
to
cool.
interact with to help you grow as a wizard and practice your spells. And so that thing that we just saw is not just a field guide challenge and a way to earn
Yeah.
XP. It's also something that that players can use to learn about the school as they're traveling around. They spot these little secret facts and they can kind of play a little bit of a game discovering all of them. And there are over 100 field guide pages just in Hogwarts alone. So,
Little
All
glimpse
of
of
you
the grand
completionists.
staircase
Yeah.
here. We're not gonna.
Circular
We'll have a lot to
staircase.
do.
All the
match the tower.
portraits.
Yeah.
And I did notice the flu flame just ignite right there, which was so cool.
yeah.
Oh man.
Fast travel points there. House hourglasses. We had
Wow.
to.
For the house cup.
How much fun was it designing those and putting all
Oh, they're
those in
gorgeous,
there?
but
But
that they're there just like in the books.
Yes.
Right
It's
next
a
to
nod
the
to
Great
lore.
Hall.
it's a nod to
Yeah.
lore. House points is not a core mechanic or system in the
Yeah,
game. It is
we didn't turn it
narratively.
into like a gameplay system, but it's definitely present throughout our narrative. And there are lots of choices where we want to nod to things that aren't necessarily gameplay systems,
Yeah.
but we nod to them as part of the narrative.
Over to the right
Part of the
there,
wizarding
Andrew
world.
was teasing. That's the Great
Great
Hall
Hall.
over
Yeah.
through those doors. Again, we're not going there. He's just kind of like, no.
Cool.
Here's another collectible page. You know, just again showing you like just these things around Hogwarts that you can
Accio.
do and pick up and.
That's a shot straight from the trailer too. Just that part right there. I recognize
We
that.
might be giving you a little fan service here with callbacks to those. So
And this must be summertime because I noticed these are the summertime windows. these windows will change with the seasons.
Yeah, the detail they put in this is kind of it. I get surprised by it all the time.
That's a sentient magic castle. So.
Oh man. And we're going out. Look at that.
This is where the students would normally kind of congregate, just to kind of chill out, play, meet each other outside of the Great Hall before and after meals.
I didn't expect them to show us this much. Holy cow.
I love the way
It's
that
huge.
when the castle interconnects to, that it interconnects outside, inside. There are pathways on both sides of things, so you really get a sense of scope to how big this castle is.
And when you see things, like you'll notice a bridge over there, that's a place you can go to and cross. Like everything that you see is a place that you can visit.
Wow.
We put a lot of effort in making it feel really alive. Not just with student population, but even just the greenery and stuff. It's Scotland.
Yeah.
And this castle's been here for hundreds of years. So just kind of the moss and all the trees that have overgrown it and
Oh my gosh.
that landscape, that
This
Scottish.
location might look a little familiar to you.
I thought I recognized it. I believe this is from the Spring ASMR. And yes, so that puzzle right there, that view, Andrew is taking us right back to
I am going to tell Andrew not to interact with that puzzle and to keep moving on.
No.
We can't spoil everything. We can't give you everything, right?
Yes, you can
Hogwarts
choose your
contains
house.
a
They
lot of
said that in the FAQ.
Oh my god.
But this is this grand entryway right here coming down into a
we
really
like to
kind of
watch the
central
game.
area.
Yeah, we're coming upon the central hall, and we pointed out the greenhouse outside, and we'll notice when we get down there that it's on the right.
This is a big hub of the school. Like it's a big castle, but it is designed so you shouldn't get very lost. This is kind of a grand central station.
I love that. I love
Each
that.
direction, it's green over there, so
Wow,
the
look at
greenhouse
that.
is over there. Transfiguration Courtyard, the library straight ahead. So it's kind of the hub
Oh my
of a
god.
lot of the castle.
Even the color visually, you can just tell, okay, green,
Oh, green, go
greenhouse.
that way.
Oh my god.
A lot of it'll be subconscious, but
Yeah.
it'll help you really learn the castle and feel like you know your way around.
That's not to say that it's easy to learn. All of us here still get pretty lost in it
It
on a
is a
daily
castle.
basis.
It
It's a
is.
castle.
Great point.
That's what I'm thinking,
I love
Cone.
that Andrew's definitely teasing a lot of things here. I'm noticing he's swinging the camera this way and that.
Yeah.
He's got this grin on his face over there that's just like, yeah, I know what
That
I'm
statue
doing. I know
is
what I'm
from the reveal trailer. There's
You guys
that
remember this
dragon.
little
Oh my
courtyard
God.
This is
from
another
the
location
movies?
where the students will gather, and just kind of chill out.
And an opportunity to talk to somebody, get a
Yeah.
quest giver here.
Nellie Ogspire.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Could have spent a little more time on the animations, I can tell you guys that, but hey.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think
Not
I
really
heard
the
one of the
best.
keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them.
So those kind of
I
side
hope
quests
you
are
find-
really, it's a cool way to interact
If you manage to
with
open a
your
cabinet.
fellow students, with perhaps other teachers, with, various things like that, as well as teach you some more of the secrets of Hogwarts, I think. There's a
in this
little
case,
bit of that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So the students are a way to kind of like flesh out the school opportunities around it, what we can do, and then those interactions. Different interactions with different characters can also offer different choice points for the player, and then some of those things can affect things game wide. Some of these affect characters' lives, the ending of the game.
And sometimes it's just about you being a little bit of a
Sometimes
nice
just about
guy
the
or just
mission.
being a jerk.
Yes, absolutely. So the scale really varies, but those opportunities.
Me too,
exist
Brad.
for the player.
Me too.
Wow, look at this.
It'll be fine.
This is the Dada Defense Against the Dark Arts
Power.
Tower, which this is one of my
Wow.
favorite locations in the castle. Just visually, you come in here and just the richness of
It
this
is
area.
very iconic, very unique to anywhere else in the castle.
Somebody else that we can talk to, notably a younger student.
Yeah, she looks like a first year or an 11-year-old.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
It's not horrible. It's just, you think it would be a little bit higher quality for a game of such caliber with
I
so
haven't
much money
much
back
interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Those Ravenclaws. They need BG3 cinematics.
Sounds as if you caused the smelly situation and they responded accordingly.
I didn't make the rules. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
Got questions and decisions.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Yeah, that
I
kind
love
of
that interaction with her because there's so many ways that you can go with that. You can you can feel for her. You can be a jerk to her. You can be like, gobstone sounds awful. It sounds like you're just mean. Like,
Yeah, and your opportunities to be mean there aren't over. So,
yeah, they continue.
that's a good example of the
Gobstones too. I know people are gonna ask. Gobstones playable? They mentioned it, right?
Yeah. Gobstones is one of the things that is not playable in the game. I know we've had to rip the Band-Aid off on a few things. Honestly, it's an amazing thing on the franchise how many things about this like speak to us as fans and that we want to turn into gameplay. And there were calls that we had to make over the course of production of kind of like which things we will and won't include in the bucket, just kind of for the overall
Wizard's chess.
Those are things that aren't featured.
Yeah. They're featured within the world. Right?
I'm glad they're mentioned. They're a part of the wizarding world.
Yeah. Every single time there was something that we regretted because we couldn't include it. We also tried to figure out a way to make sure that it was included in the narrative, included in the stories, make sure that there's a way to kind of like acknowledge it, touch it, and make it feel like it's definitely part of the world.
I know that classroom.
And I know here too. We're like,
I was like, we're in the Fist Against the Dark Arts class. I recognize that staircase to the left where we were just at. Andrew was walking by. I also recognize the dragon at the very top. Oh my gosh.
Being in a classroom, I think this is a good opportunity to talk about how classes work, because we've gotten a lot of questions about that. Is it a schedule-based system? Is it so tell us how classes work?
Yeah, so ultimately decided not to go the sim route. So I think like one of the speculations was, is there time of day and that kind of thing. Like, can I miss class at this time of day?
There is a day-night cycle.
Yeah, there is a day-night cycle, but everything is very narrative-based, and so there's a big mystery going on in the world. There's something happening in the narrative, and we essentially see it as kind of like chapters in that narrative. Each chapter of which has a set of missions that you can choose between as you're progressing through the game, and classes fit within that structure. So there are mainline things that the players have to do, and then classes also appear on the sides as well as optional things that help you advance your spells. It's absolutely true that classes provide all of your major tools throughout the gameplay, your spells, your major abilities. You get to know the professors. Each one of them has these bespoke kind of events and moments in those missions. And then there are also additional opportunities outside of that through kind of like side classroom missions, essentially, where you can learn additional spells or things that you need in your adventure and also get to know the professors better.
And I just want to call out something that Andrew's been kind of showing off, ways to kind of interact with the environment and just engage with the world. And, you know, maybe down there he's sipping some tea with
Victorian high, you know.
Hogwarts is a dull
High
castle, though.
society.
From what I
Society.
remember.
And it's no wonder you like this area because we built it for like the purebloods and the Slytherins.
Oh,
and
come on.
It's beautiful.
Well, like,
Wow,
speaking
look
of
at that.
lived in, like, the sound effects again, the chatter of the communication that's happening and the footsteps, like, it just makes it feel more
We're
alive.
flying on
Events like
broomsticks
that.
over the top.
Brooms going
I
by
just saw a broom
overhead.
go by. Love that.
Thanks, Dragon. Appreciate the thumbs up on the
data
stream,
tower
guys.
was one example, but no two hallways should look the same in Hogwarts. It has a lot of personality. Every hallway should be a little bit different, and that's mostly to help orient the player,
Right.
help you not get lost. But this is Hesperus Hall. That's a little nod from the Marauders.
Combat is a
that
big
came from the
question, that's for sure.
Marauders map. But every hallway will have a little bit of a different personality, and
Personality, I like that because
Yeah,
it
a
gives,
lot of
it does, like,
character.
Hogwarts has character. Hogwarts is its own character no matter where you go.
Yeah,
Feels just a little bit different.
yeah.
sentient castle full of magic for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It's going to kind of
And
grow
full
and
of,
develop. Oh, I heard something.
Yeah, speaking of characters.
Speaking of magic, Mr. Magic himself.
I feature a poltergeist too.
You know, we talked about building on lore too. I know there's that statue over to the side.
Oh, yeah?
That's
Do you know who that is?
Lachlan the Lanky,
Yeah.
and
That
he's
was
got
Peeves.
his Bowtruckle friend. And I think if players don't know, there's another
Well,
Revelio page there.
Yeah, there's a map of Argyllshire. We know the fat lady hides there.
Hides behind it. That's right.
The third book. But sometimes a hallway has personality by how it looks, or we just passed a music hallway where the portraits have kind of taken it over, and so the sound makes it really unique.
All right, I got to call this out here. I know there's been some criticism in the past that our trailers and our gameplay and what we've shown so far has not had enough owls. Okay, so here we are at the owlery. We're looking directly at the owlery to show you all of the owls.
It's a lot of owls.
It's a lot of owls at the owlery.
I
all
love the
owls.
fog rolling down that.
Great callback. Great call.
But no, I also
amazing
love that
looking.
as I one of my favorite things about just kind of going around on the outside of the school is that all those things that I see are places that I can go to, that I can visit. I just love that sensation
That's
knowing
so
that is
cool.
real.
That lovely Scottish
Castle's pretty
countryside.
amazing, you gotta admit.
We're kind of closing out our mini tour of Hogwarts, and again, it was but a fraction of this enormous castle. But we're closing it out here in the Clock Tower, so another recognizable location.
Yeah.
But this is where Crossed Wands, which is the secret, not so secret dueling club, is that the students have put together. Professors definitely know about it, but they think they're being clever. And it's run by this Lucan Brattleby here.
Who's in a younger year, but we kind of like that that he's running things.
My webcam's in the way of the interface a little bit. I'm
May
gonna turn
I
it off
use
for a
the
second.
training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
And this is a really good opportunity to now jump into combat, because really in the game, this is going to be the first time where you yourself get to learn about combat and combos in a big way and in a new way. For me personally, this was where the game like really starts to open up to the possibilities.
Yeah. So we've set up a training dummy, and this is kind of an activity where you're supposed to execute according to kind of the iconography on the top. Now, what we see on the top is the Accio spell, followed by 4 what we just kind of lovingly refer to as basic shots. There's certain spells what the wizards kind of like use, just kind of fling. Andrew's using one now.
Ooh.
And you trigger that by tapping R2 on your controller. So you can see in the corner R2. So if you tap R2, that throws out a basic shot. But that R2 is also your gateway to all of the spells that you might slot. So if you hold R2 instead, you can see how the diamond expands. And if we let go, you see how it contracts.
Yeah.
And so if you hold it again, it expands. And so when it expands, then all the spells that you slotted while you're holding that button can now be tapped with your face buttons.
Awesome.
And not only that, but over the course of the game, you can gain additional spell diamonds, up to 4 additional ones, so that you can slot up to 16 spells, pretty much instantly. And then that helped us fulfill the fantasy of in combat, I need to be able to access things very rapidly.
Yeah.
And so you learn over the course of these events, how to juggle not just the spell casting, but also it reinforces an understanding of another feature of the wheel, which is their cooldowns. So as you're casting spells, just to make sure that you're not just kind of like repeatedly using one thing over and over and over again, you can see cooldowns on the spells that he's using on the wheel. And then as you progress through the game, there are different things that can affect things like cooldowns through your talents, different things that allow you to kind of like juggle and adjust and update those things. And so if you hold down R2 and you tap the D-pad, it will switch between your other diamonds if you've unlocked them, and that's how you access all those.
Actually looks better than I expected.
It looks like we're about to get some action over here.
Yeah. So this is a great way to kind of learn how to pull things together,
So you
pull those combos
right
together.
Here. Yeah. Tap, Accio, tap,
You can feel the impact, which is nice.
Well,
Important in action RPG.
And that's just against the dummy, but I mean...
I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
I think now we can take on something a little more challenging. It's going to shoot back.
Now let's talk about some more features of the combat system.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
We're on a PS5 dev kit here, so we're going to be able to kind of pause
I'm
the action
Yeah.
and talk about what you're seeing on the screen, because there's about to be a lot going on.
Okay.
All right, here you can select
19th
if you want to
century.
fight with somebody else, some of
One
your
of the other
classmates.
students.
Yeah.
But in this case, we're not. We want that action to feel a little more frantic towards you to really
Not
get you that
18th
sense
century, 19th.
of combat.
So apparently you've got quite the reputation because they've got you up against three people.
Apologies.
Off the jump.
So I can explain this just because I know people are going to go into it, but we can probably just kind of jump in. So you're not the only one that has Protego and the ability to deflect. The enemies do too. And we actually play with that when it comes to the spell casting. So you notice that there are different colored kind of shields around the different characters. And you also notice that your spells have different colors on them. So to help players understand kind of like the function of their spells, we kind of put them into brackets. So there are damage spells, there are force spells, there are, I'm forgetting the other one, all of a sudden, control spells. And so those things for the player, spell to use to break the different shields that enemies can use. That way it rewards kind of like that close attention that you're paying on things.
We've got this paused here now, and you can kind of see all the elements on the screen, the halo around the avatar's head, each of the different shields, to kind of give us a breakdown of what's going on.
Give us a breakdown of different things that you're saying. So you notice at the top that we're kind of like calling out which enemy you currently have targeted and their level and health. And so, as you target different characters, you'll be able to get that breakdown. The halo over your head, whenever an enemy is about to an attack, it's almost like you have a little bit of a sixth sense for those things that are coming. If you see the halo, it means there's an incoming attack, and if you tap the triangle button by default, then that you will be able to deflect that attack that comes in and off with your Protego.
And I love that deflect where it goes off and like hits things up and kind of breaks things off walls too.
But also, if you hold the button, then it doesn't just deflect. It also deflects and turns around with a counter attack stupefy that actually stuns the enemy. And you can use that even in your combos and stuff. So if you're focused on a character, and you're doing your thing, and someone else attacks you, you can actually turn that attack into a direct attack on the person that you're comboing.
Back into gameplay here. Andrew's gonna pretty handily finish these other students off here.
It's not bad. I was really worried about the combat. And I still might be a little bit, but it actually looks pretty good. Looks fun. Difficulty is going to be another question.
Yeah, we really felt like in the movies, there's almost like it's kind of like there's this element of kind of like fencing from a very great distance.
That's such a good call.
And there are a lot of things that we had to do with our controls and combat system in order to kind of capitalize on that idea that's pretty unique to the Wizarding world.
Understandable.
Yes. Well, perhaps you should try that next time. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning. Or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
And that is more or less going to wrap it up for us for now, for what we wanted to show you.
No.
Character creator, tour of Hogwarts, and just that little taste of combat. But we didn't want to leave you without maybe a little taste of something that we may show in the future, may show next time. You know, so leaving the castle, going out here.
Cool. Wow, look at the bridge. Pretty sure you can just hop on a broom and go anywhere you want.
Owl mail. Oh, there's the owlry again. Yes, all of the owls. But yeah, just heading out here again to show you like from Hogwarts to the world beyond Hogwarts. And
oh man,
this is not somewhere where we're going today, but we will definitely be taking you in the future.
Okay. Before release, it sounds like we're going to get another gameplay demonstration. That looks incredible.
A little glimpse at the scale of the castle back there.
This is what I'm most excited about. Is
all
the
right,
open
so we're
world
going to wrap things
exploration.
up here, but I hope you guys have enjoyed everything that you've seen. But I think, James, you may have a few other questions here at the end of things. So
Yes.
while we're done with what we're showing on the gameplay side, I know there's a few things that you want to pick Alan and Boston's brains
agree,
about.
I would love that because there's a lot. Let me grab it. All right, so some of these questions we did pull from the community secretly, but I did pull from the community. So,
and also from, I mean, going through this, I
Based
feel like
off
you've come up with some things you want to talk a little more about. I'm sure.
elaborate on because we went through character
Reactions?
customization,
wrong game.
Hogwarts stuff, and even combat. So this would be like for the both of you guys. Will we be able to go back and change our character creation if we don't like it?
Yes.
So not everything, but there are certain things with hairstyle, hair color, so kind of like core shapes, you know, like with the body and face, not after the fact.
Okay.
But there are lots of
No
things. There's
plastic
kind of like
surgery.
a barbershop in Hogsmeade that you can go to, and
Of course,
inside
there's a wizard
there,
barber.
you can
Right.
customize, yeah.
You could change your hair color for holidays or something, right?
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
And the game features a lot of appearance customization in it, so there's a ton of options there. But that's in terms of like your character and stuff that you have the character creator. It's like a smaller set of what you saw there.
Okay. Oh my gosh, awesome, awesome. Next question: what kind of leisurely activity can we do? Can we study with our free time? I mean, what will we be doing just hanging out in Hogwarts?
Because as you progress through the game, there's a bunch of different missions that open up. Most of them are driven by different characters' personalities. You know, some of them want help getting up to hijinks, or some of them want to just explore secrets in the castle because there are new secrets in our castle to explore. And so, so I think there's a bunch of things to do. And when it comes to class, as I mentioned earlier, it's not just kind of like the mainline stuff. There are kind of like extracurricular assignments, some of which are optional, some of which are kind of like blockers for main mission. Kind of like you can't go on this mission until you have the spell. And then the spell is open, you know, the assignment and how you complete it with your professor. And so there are opportunities to study, so to speak, like with that. But they do all take the form of our mission structure.
As you mentioned earlier. Wow. Let's get into some combat right quick. Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal?
Good question.
Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal? I'm trying to think of how to describe that. So each spell has kind of like its own core identity and what it does in the game with regards to both kind of like puzzling, world exploration, and enemy combat and all that kind of stuff. And then it's through the talent system. When you go into that, it's kind of like each of those spells has ways to kind of like advance and grow and change. And as you spend talents, in some cases, it even changes like the way you approach the battlefield and things like that. So I'd say that's no more true than with like dark arts, for example. And as you go down that line and you kind of play around with those talents, it really does start to kind of like affect even how you approach combat and how you think about the battlefield.
I won't be touching the dark art stuff, but I know many of you guys will
We'll be touching the dark art stuff.
Yeah,
Come
second
on.
playthrough, yes. Dark Hufflepuff coming, hashtag soon.
You wore
I
yellow
want to
for a
close off
reason.
with this question, and this will be for everybody, and we'll start with Boston. With this game that you guys have been working on for however long and the excitement you guys have, what's one aspect of Hogwarts Legacy that you are excited for the fans to experience? Boston.
I think I'm just excited for the fans to play through the world, specifically the castle, and maybe go read those books again. I hope that whether you're already a fan and love this game, or this is your first introduction into the world, I hope they just point at each other in the best way possible. And I'm just excited for fans to get to finally go to Hogwarts and feel like they can own it and live there. I've lived there for 5 years. It's a great place to live. Official
open
5th
world
year.
RPG.
It's really funny because I want to give a different answer, and I will. But I actually feel like the most honest answer is really similar. Because my favorite thing when running around, playing the game, and getting to know Hogwarts the way Boston knows it, because she knows the school and the lore better than I do, and thank God, right? Because you want the person
Merlin,
architecting
stop
it
bringing
to
up
really
social
know
and
that.
political issues,
But
please.
When I rewatch
Nobody
the films
cares.
or
Nobody
or
cares
I'm
about your
rereading
opinion.
passages from the books, there's a different relationship to those things having played the game.
Right.
And so it's really looking over the edge and seeing location. I'm like, oh
Don't
my God, I'm right
respond to
there.
that stuff
and
either,
in the
guys.
movie
I'll
saying,
give 'em one
I
warning
know what's
and that's
around
it.
that corner in the film. Like if you go down this way,
This isn't
there's
the
actually
place
a
for
thing
those
over here,
discussions.
and there's this person over here, and this thing happened, and it just adds all this richness to everything that you already love.
And not just that, but you're going to add your own story.
Yeah.
So you know what happens around that corner because you did something.
Yeah.
And then the quick answer, just to
point.
have something different, is I just love being on a broom. I just love
You're welcome
looking
to
at
hang
the
out here,
whole
man.
world
Just-
and just being like, okay, I can just
No
go.
need to
Vantage
discuss
point,
that
yeah.
stuff.
There's just something exhilarating about it that feels very different in that kind of open air and on that thing. It just it's kind of incredible. Yeah.
And wrapping it up, for me, it's just bringing the community together with it and sharing those stories, because it is your story, and you are going to be writing. This is your unique experience within this, and even within the things that are the same, it's going to be your unique experience. It's different from mine. It's different from. We're all approaching it from different places, and I think that's going to be really cool, the way that everybody brings those things together. All right, and that's everything that we have to show you today. I know maybe it wasn't everything you wanted to see, but it was a whole lot of stuff. Character creator,
See the chocolate
little
frog in
mini
the back,
tour of
right?
Hogwarts there, just a small part of it, a little bit of combat. And we do have some more stuff coming up for you in the future. Hogwarts Legacy releases on February 10th, 2023, and is available for pre-order now. But that's going to do it from us. We're going to leave you with a little something else.
No, you're
but
not
for
very
now,
confined to the castle.
bye.
Not at all.
Bye.
I don't think you were paying attention. All they were showing us today is the castle. Here's the official trailer for today. Look at that, man, flying a griffin. It's across England. The Bavaria. Available digitally and physically February 10th, 2023. Yeah, so overall, I gotta say that I'm happy with that gameplay demonstration. A couple things here and there that I thought would be a little bit higher quality. From a company like Avalanche, who is backed by Warner Bros. I think we're just,
Israel.
gotta just, you guys gotta accept we're just spoiled kids, because we're all Larian Studios fans, and we're spoiled, so. But overall, I thought it looked pretty good. Yeah, the facial animations and the voice acting wasn't the best, which is something I think they could have easily made better. You just gotta put a little more money into it. But, you know, overall, probably mid-tier in that regard, so I'm fine with it. The main thing that I'm looking forward to in this game is just the environment being beautiful and running around and experiencing it and walking through the halls. And I gotta say, I was impressed. A couple of you guys were saying the castle is a little dull, and I understand that, but I think from what I remember, The castle was always supposed to be like a dull castle, so maybe they're sticking to the lore with that. Hopefully the environment outside of the castle really brings in the bright colors and all of that, so you kind of have that contrast. But with that said, I thought the castle was beautiful. The combat, I was actually pleasantly surprised. I was very worried about combat. That was the main thing that I've been worried about. I'm not a fan of superhero combat systems. I don't really play any of those games. They're all just boring to me. But I actually looked decent to me. I don't know. It didn't look too bad. Like Baraz said, I doubt it's going to be like a really challenging game like Dark Souls, even if you play on hard mode. Maybe it will be. Because they are trying to appeal to a very, very broad audience for this game. But I'm not really playing it with the goal of combat difficulty like I do with many games that I choose to play. More so playing it just to run around the beautiful world. And if the story's pretty good, then I think we got ourselves a really good experience. What do you guys think? Castle didn't look dull at all. Hope there's cool character. You know, did you guys see anything with a body slider? Or like a height slider? I didn't see anything. Maybe it's in the game. I don't want to speak too soon. Maybe we just missed it or they didn't show us. That seems kind of odd though, like to not just have like a little bit of a height slider. Like it can't be that hard to implement that, right? I mean, I think it's okay that they don't have it, but I think that would have been a little thing that would have made it a little bit better. I don't recall any sliders being there aside from the voice. I didn't see an option like to switch body type. Melfina. You guys didn't see one? You know what else bothered me? This is silly to be bothered by that. I don't want that damn mini-map in the bottom left, alright? As an RPG player, you don't put a mini-map in the bottom left of my damn screen. I don't care if you can turn it off. I'm pissed off. 1 out of 10. I'm not playing this game. At the end, he says no further chest size modification. Okay, alright. Well, thanks, Sven. I guess there's nothing for height either. Ah, it'd be such a little thing that would just make it just a little bit more. Ah, whatever. I'm picking out the little things right now. Overall, pretty happy with that gameplay demonstration. Hogwarts Castle appears to be really damn big, which is awesome. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to share in the chat a video on Hogwarts Legacy that I made 6 days ago that will help you choose the house that you belong in. I'd appreciate you guys clicking on that and watching it. And I should have a video. I've already had a video ready and uploaded to come out tomorrow. It was supposed to come out yesterday, but Baldur's Gate 3 gave us that news. So that's going to be out tomorrow at noon. Or maybe I'll just release it right now. Shit. I feel like I want to switch out the gameplay footage, though, a little bit. Because now that we have more gameplay footage. But thanks for hanging out. Minimap is very GTA-esque. You're sure? If you guys are new around here, there's links to the Discord server below in the video description. Come on over there, chat Hogwarts Legacy with us. We have a great community over there. A lot of cool, interesting discussions going on. We got a kitchen channel, pets channel, books channel, all that good stuff. And also, if you guys would like to hang out for some more live streams, my schedule is posted on the About section of the YouTube page. I'm usually about 80-85% keeping up with that, with those stream dates and times. So if you want to stop in, I'm playing Fallout New Vegas right now. Morrowind and also Dragon's Dogma are the current games. If you pre-order the Digital Deluxe, you get 72 hours of early access. Yep, that is correct. Would I wish for a better housing system? What do you mean? What do you mean? Out of curiosity. I think it'd be a good foundation, but shouldn't expect everything up front. True. True. They have massive expectations to meet. True. Massive expectations. But with that said, they're going to make so much... They have so much backing in terms of money with Warner Bros. And Portkey Games. And they're going to make a ton of money. Because Harry Potter is just, we're talking like 10 times more popular than a game like Baldur's Gate 3. Like, there's way more people that are going to be playing this game. Not to mention, people that don't play video games are interested in Hogwarts Legacy. Like, my sister might play this game, maybe. She's a Harry Potter fan, but she doesn't play video games. So they'll have the money to they have the money to make the game come close to those high expectations. And I'm sure they probably slacked off in certain areas because obviously they have a lot of A lot of branches to go through with the publishing and all that stuff, and ultimately the publishing company probably just wants to make money, but hey, it is what it is. Overall, good gameplay presentation. I will see you guys soon. Thank you for hanging out. Are you streaming any games still today? I am not. I am going out to eat with my father, and then we're going to a hockey game. So that'll be it for today. Be on the lookout for a video tomorrow. I love you all. Thank you guys for being a part of this community. I appreciate it. And on a side note, if you guys want to discuss, you know, political, social issues, any of that stuff, like our buddy Merliadin wanted to do in the chat, just please do that on your own time on a different channel. This channel is just for everybody to get together, have a good time, talk RPGs. We don't do none of that around here, okay? This is a place where you can come to escape all that. Wiz, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. My new favorite end stream music. I don't even know what song I have on the ending stream right now. You know it, Sam. All right, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, as always. Shout out to all my Gryffindorks. A bit of escapism is appreciated. Character creation was bland. You know, I thought the character creation was all right, because I was actually a little worried that we might not have that much, and they had more than I expected. So I think I'm good with that. Just having a little body slider, though, would have made it perfect, and I wouldn't have needed any more. Don't need anything too crazy, but... Disable minimap replaced with a compass. Thanks again, Wiz. What's up, Dimitri? You missed the stream? You just pull it back and watch. We'll catch you soon. Dooms, have a wonderful Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you to all of you guys out there that have served your countries. Whatever country you may be from. Go get yourself some free food. That's what I'm doing. You want a beard on your character? So our character is going to be 15 years old. So yeah, I would imagine that some... Do 15-year-olds have beards? I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've been 15. More than double that age now. That's crazy. What age do teenagers start getting... So I feel like in high school, nobody has like a real beard. They just have like stubble. Maybe they do. I don't remember any like fellow classmates having actual beards. Kind of wish Dragon's Dogma Online came to the West. I don't know anything about the online game. Nicholas. Say you want to be feared instead of trusted or liked. That would probably instantly plop me in Slytherin. That would have been the determining factor right there. I was probably one click away from being Slytherin. I wonder what the animals have to do with the house choice. Like, cat versus owl versus toad. Like, what house are they putting you in based on the animals? It's not like they give you the choice of badger, eagle, lion, or snake. At 15, I had a full beard. Or I wish I did. I'm hairy, but I used to buy beer with it if I didn't shave. I got a beard at the age of 13. Was it a real beard though, Wiz? Was it a real beard? Or did you just think it was a beard? Owls are wise, cats are... Yeah, but your choice of animal shouldn't affect your house though. Because it has nothing to do with your... I don't know, maybe. I don't know, whatever. The quiz sucked. Hopefully they give us a really in-depth quiz in the actual game. Like, we can put on the sorting hat and go through a bunch of questions. Toad is a reptile. Still don't have a real beard at 51. Gryffindorks for life, baby. Alright, guys. Peace out. Enjoy your Friday, and I'll catch you guys over the weekend sometime. I'll probably be going live. Hope to see some of you over on the Discord server. Do you identify with a toad, Dragon? What do you think of a toad when you think of personality traits? Yeah, I used to have pet frogs when I was a kid, actually. Used to go catching tadpoles in the stream all the time, so maybe I am a toad. Slytherin? Slytherin. Don't really have to shave, that's nice for us. Shaving's not bad. At least the way I do it, all I do is use I don't do like a skin shave. That's when it sucks. But I never skin shave. I just do the 5 o'clock shadow with my buzzer. And it takes me like 30 seconds to shave like once every week or two. Up,